Good morning. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Yoga with Lisa SXM. And if you're needing a little lift or hoping to feel a little better physically in the body, spiritually in the soul, or any other way, maybe the next hour together on the mat will bring that to you. I hope so. So we're going to start today, as we usually do, seated with our legs crossed. If you don't enjoy having your legs crisscrossed like this, any other way is fine. You can have your legs out, or you can even be sitting in a chair. But do try to have the back straight. As we start, we're going to just roll the shoulders, keeping the back straight. Roll the shoulders up and back, breathe. Let it be a slow and considerable motion through the shoulders, a big circle if you can manage it. Breathe in as your shoulders go up and back. And breathe out as your shoulders go down and forward. Let's change direction, over the top to the front. Breathe as you move. Move as you breathe. Deep, full. Hey Leslie, nice to see you. Namaste. Thank you for joining us. Roll those shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you're on the back of it, and then come forward and round the back and let the shoulder blades shift away from each other, creating a little extra space between them. Up, bring the shoulders all the way up by your earlobes. Squeeze it back. Bring it down and feel the shift down. Push it down. Lengthen the neck up. Let's bring just the right shoulder up and let it come up as high as it can. Maybe the elbow also comes up, but really we're talking about the shoulder rising up. And drop it fast. Now the other shoulder, rise it up. Squeeze it up as high as you can. Squeeze it up. Maybe the elbow comes up too. Up, 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 up. Breathe in. Exhale, drop it fast. Now both shoulders, up they go, up, 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 way up by your ears. Squeeze it up as high as you can. Inhale big. Exhale, drop it fast. Let's do that again. Bring it up, 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 up. Breathe in, squeeze up. And drop it fast. Nice, very good. Let's just do a simple and slight spinal twist as we're seated in this position. If you're cross-legged, it works really good to bring your right hand to your left knee. Left hand can go behind your hip on the ground. Lengthen through the spine before you look over your shoulder. Keeping long through the spine, face forward again, and bring your hands one to each knee. Round the back and drop the head. Inhale and slowly stack your vertebrae up. Sitting tall again, bring the face up to forward facing position. We're going to take the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the hip on the ground. Lengthen through the spine and look over your right shoulder. Enjoy the spinal twist. Remember, as we go through our practice today, anything that doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. Listen to your body's wisdom. You can modify it, adjust it, or just rest. And facing forward again, one hand to each knee, round the back, drop the head. Sit tall, bring the face up, breathe in. And let's go back and forth a few times. You can go any speed that feels good to you. Back and forth. Squeeze around. Spinal twist. Any speed is perfect. If you want to go super slow or super fast, as long as you're listening to your inner wisdom and listening to the body's requests, you should be fine. One more time. Squeeze it around. And the other way. Beautiful. Wonderful. All right, let's stretch out the legs. I'm going to scoot the camera back a little bit. the flesh away from your sitting bones if that suits you, and flex your ankles, point your toes. Flex and point. Try to sit really tall through your spine, pushing up, pushing down on your hip bones in order to elevate and lift through the spine. Top of the head floats up. We're just flexing the ankles right now. All right, relax the feet. Reach your hand forward. Your right hand reaching for your right toes. If you need to bend your knee, go ahead and bend your knee. We want to bring two fingers to wrap around your big toe, and then lift the leg up and bring it back. Push it forward. Bring it back. Push it forward. Back and forward. Breathe. Bring it back, and now we're going to see if we can kick it up a little bit and down. Kick it up and down. Kick it up and down. And place it back on the floor. Sit tall again, flex the ankles. Take a breath. And relax. Relax everything now. Round your back, drop your head. Relax your legs. Relax your shoulders and arms. Relax your hands and your feet. Relax your neck. Inhale and stack your vertebrae up. Sit tall again. Let's reach the left two fingers like you're doing a peace sign. Bring them together and they go for the big toe. We're going to pick that leg up and bring it back and forward. Back and forward. Whatever your range of motion is, don't criticize or compare. Just enjoy the fact that your body does move, and can move. It feels good when it moves. Breathe deep and enjoy the stretch. Oh, yes. We're feeling better already, aren't you? All right. Oh, we have to pick the leg up, bring it back, and kick it up and down. Kick it up and down. Kick it up. Down. Now we reach forward, let the legs sit back in front. Let's see if we can get a straddle stretch going. First thing in the morning, maybe it's a little early, but we're going to stretch the legs out into a wide straddle sit. Once you get settled and you pull the flesh away from the sitting bones if you need to, then take your hands on the inside of your knees and just push back so that your feet sort of go out, toes point out, and let it come back in. Push it out and let it come back in. Now see if you can do it without pushing with your hands. Bring your legs to that position and hold them there. Flex the ankles. And we put our hands on our legs, slide the right hand down towards the right ankle, and back up. Other way. And up, breathe. Keeping those legs opened, rotated out from the hip sockets so that the feet are trying to go out a little bit. Slide down and back up. Slide down and back up. Breathe. Each side. And up we come. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to take the right hand and reach for the right ankle and bring the body over, and the other hand's going to come way up. Maybe you can look at the ceiling, and the effect of looking up is to open the chest, sending that shoulder back. Let's take that arm all the way over now. Slowly up. And let's go the other way. Bring it up at first and see if you can look at the ceiling, opening the chest, sending the shoulder back. Breathe. And then all the way over. Stretch. Up we come. Up. Breathe. Arms out to the side. Lift them up. Breathe in. Prayer hands down. Bow the head. Keep the back straight. Push it up. Breathe in. Arms coming down like wings all the way to the floor. And back up again. Breathe in. Prayer hands down. Bow the head. Keep the back straight. Let's stay here for a moment. Bring your hands to the floor in front. Find a good place for them. It's almost like you're going to do a push-up, that kind of a feeling. The arms and hands supporting the torso. But instead of when you push up, it's difficult when you're pushing up. This should be a little bit difficult coming down and easy pushing up. So anyway, we're bringing the torso closer to the floor in front, in between the straddle. And as you go down, be very gentle and very careful. Very, very aware of your limits. Don't go past your limit. Be gentle and careful and slow. And let your breathing lead the movement. We're finding the range of motion here. When you find the edge of your range, push away from it and come back into your comfort zone. Then slowly dip down again. Find your edge or somewhere close to your edge where you feel like, okay, that's as far as I want to go, and then come up. Breathe. Last time down, take it slow. All the way up now. Walk the hands back in. Arms out to the side. Stretch it up. Breathe in. And prayer hands down. Push it up. Angel wings down. Breathe. Stay here for a moment. So, still in the straddle, we're going to reach the left hand towards the left ankle, and the right hand is going to close the door and bring the hands together. Look down at your knee, and then open and look at the ceiling. Breathe in. Close it down. Look at your knee, and exhale. Open and breathe. Let your breathing lead the movement. Exhale, up, inhale, down, exhale, up, inhale, and bring the body back up. Breathe in, lift. Prayer hands down, lift through the top of the head. Inhale, bring the hands up. Prayer, angel wings down. Lift and breathe in. Prayer hands down, exhale, hold your moment. Bring the right hand to the right leg, slide the hand down to the ankle, bring the other hand out, close the door. I'm going to shift over a little bit. Close the door, look down at your knee, open the door, look up at the ceiling, breathe in, Close the door, close the hands together, look down, exhale, inhale up, exhale down, keep it going. All right. Let's come back up and bring those legs in. Good job. Now, since we've been wide open, let's see if we can do a crisscross and close the hips up. So what we're going to do is bring I've got my left leg on bottom and the heel is coming back by the hip. And then the other leg comes all the way this way and bring that heel back by the other hip. The knees end up being stacked right in front. Sorry. So bring both feet back and the knees are stacked right in front. Now a lot of people are not going to be able to get their heels so far back. So if your knees are kind of out like this, if that's the best you can do, that's where you are, that's fine. Just leave it. But I'm going to bring my heels back. And this is a lovely way to bring the hips back in after you've done a straddle, squeezing them back in. Sit tall on your sit bones and bring your hands to rest softly on your feet, on the soles of your feet. The palm of the hand speaking to the soles of the feet brings a sense of calm energy through the body. Just lay the palm of your hand on the sole of your foot and let them speak to each other through the sensation of touch. All those nerve endings in the fingers and toes. It's good for them to talk to each other sometimes. They're coordinated. They know each other well, but they don't normally touch. And now we start to slowly bend forward. You can drop your chin or your forehead close to your knee, rounding your back, and let your head be heavy. Hands in front and the elbows too. Join up the elbows, the wrists, the fingertips, and lift and sink. Bring them up. So elbows are at eye level and all the way down, fingertips at eye level. Breathe. One more. Beautiful. Give your biceps a nice squeeze there. Come up to your shoulders, give your shoulders a little thank you. And then we rock back on our tailbone and cross the legs the other way. The bottom leg is for me now the right leg, and the right heel is right by my hip. The other leg on top, I pull it back. Stacking those knees in front. Let the hands rest on the feet. Take some moments just to be with yourself here. Listen to the body. Feel your energy moving. And as you slowly collapse forward, rounding the back, drop the head, and let everything go through the body, just relax. Slowly sitting tall again. This time we're going to reach behind us and interlock your fingers behind your tailbone. and squeeze the arms straight. Now if you can't do that and you want to hold a piece of fabric or belt between your hands in order to get your arms straight and squeeze your shoulder blades, you can do that. Any piece of fabric will work. You can even use your shirt. The idea is to squeeze the shoulder blades backwards. We're going to release and quickly go into a big hug. So take a moment to take a breath in. Exhale, release, and hug yourself. Round the back. Drop your head. Sit tall and lift your elbows up. Reach up. Uncoil your arms. Open your flower. Look towards the sky. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So let's now sit back on our elbows. Feet are flat on the floor by your hips, and hands are flat on the floor by your waist. Fingers can spread wide. And we're just going to drop. You may want to bring your feet a little bit away from your knees. Drop both knees to the left. Release your hips. And then both knees to the right. And back and forth. Alrighty, coming back up. Lower yourself all the way down on the floor. Just take a moment for yourself, stretch your legs out. Let yourself be heavy on the floor. Feel the weight of your body pressing down. Notice the places on your body where the weight presses down, and the other places in your body that are suspended, supported, arched up, not touching the floor. Let's bring both knees to the chest now. Hands can come to the knees, squeeze it in, and release a few times. And then stretch out again. Let's bring the hands overhead, stretch the body as long as you can, like you just woke up from a wonderful sleep. You can yawn. You can stretch one hand higher than the other at a time. Oh, let everything be super relaxed for just a moment before we start our hamstring stretch. And we're going to start the hamstring stretch now by lifting the leg up, one leg. I'm using my right leg first, and bring it straight up from your hip socket, straight like a lamppost. If your knee bends a little bit, don't worry about it, that's fine. And bend that knee and circle it around, big circle. As big a circle as possible, as long as you don't feel any discomfort, pain, sensitivity, or notice a clicking feeling as you go around with the knee. Breathe as you circle it around, and visualize that you're lubricating that ball and socket joint in your hip with breath. Fresh air, breathe it in. Let's go the other way around the circle. And stretch it straight up. Let's bring our hands to grab onto the leg wherever your hands reach, and gently bring the leg closer to the face and back to vertical. Start with just an inch or two movement, and then if you feel like that's okay, you can go maybe 2 or 3 inches. And if that's okay, maybe 3 or 4 inches. Be gentle, be cautious, listen to your body, feel the stretch as you breathe. This is what we call one of the range of motion stretches. We go from our comfort zone, which is basically straight up from your hip, into the range of motion. Go to your edge, what we call the therapeutic edge of your range. Acknowledge that edge and then back away from it. And let's hold the leg at or close to our range of motion's edge, therapeutic edge. Hold the leg steady and still for just a few breaths. And then bend the knee. And bring the heel towards your belly button. Let the knee go way out. You can place that foot in the left hand and cradle your leg like a baby and then rock the baby left and right. Still working those hips. Beautiful. Let's stretch the leg up to the sky and slowly lower it down all the way to the floor. Slow like the second hand of a clock, all the way down. Once that heel comes down, pick the other leg up just as slowly. Pick it up all the way up and let it be vertical out of your hip socket. If the knee wants to bend a little bit, that's okay. In fact, let's go ahead and bend it 90 degrees and circle around. The other way, circle it around. Let's bring the leg straight up. Hands go to the leg. Gently pull in and release. Find your range of motion. Explore your flexibility carefully, cautiously, respectfully. Appreciate your flexibility, whatever it may be, because we always know it could be worse. It could be in more pain. It could be tighter and stiffer. Whatever your body offers you, always be grateful for the movement, for the sensation, for the breath, for being alive, being in this body. This is your body. Love it. Love your shoulders, love your hips, love your knees, love your feet, love it all. Let's hold the leg steady at your therapeutic edge or close to it. Just hold the leg and breathe. Try to relax. Release and let the leg bend. Bring the heel in by the middle of the torso. Grab that foot in your right hand and hold the leg in your arms as if it was a baby. Rock the baby back and forth, left and right, in and out. Good breath here. Nice. And we stretch the leg straight up again and release it to the floor, slowly down. Once both heels are down, reach your arms overhead and stretch the body long. Big breath in, expand your ribs, feel the ribs expand to as big as they can get as you breathe in. And release, relax. How you feeling? How we doing? Hope you're doing good. Still with me? Okay, we're still on our backs. We're going to bend our knees, place them close to the hips. And right now, just notice the body, notice the lower back. The lower back has a slight arch, a little bridge. See if you can tilt your pelvis and push it down, flat on the floor. Squeeze your belly in below the belly button. Squeeze it way in. Pull it in with your muscles and your intention. Breathe. Keep your chest light and easy, your shoulders relaxed, arms relaxed. This is all about below the belly button. Squeeze it in. Squeeze your hips, squeeze your kegel, squeeze your thighs. Release your chest. Beautiful, relax. Let's open the knees out, put the soles of the feet together, sole to sole down there. The legs take on sort of the shape of a diamond. If this isn't good for you, you can put pillows under your knees to support, or you can just stretch your legs straight out if you don't like the diamond-shaped legs. Release it, relax, let go. Bring those knees up again. This time we're going to cross the right ankle on the left knee. Reach your right hand through in between the legs for that triangular shape. And the left hand comes on the outside of the leg. Interlock your fingers behind your left knee. Let your head sit back on the floor and pull with your arms. Bring it in and out. Legs. Arms go around the right leg this time. Interlock behind the right knee. Bring it in and out. Nice. Stretch those legs straight up into the sky. And your arms too. Stretch them up. Stretch them up. Circle the ankles, circle the wrists. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex your ankles and your wrists. Point. Flex and point. Flex. And now we keep them flexed. Bring the knees and elbows down and push it back up. Imagine you're pushing something really heavy so that it's forcing the muscles to work. Maybe you feel like you have to bring your head off the mat because you're using the whole body to push this heavy thing up into the sky and then let it come back down. Let's do this 10 times. 10. Use the strength of your body. 9. Push up. 8. It's heavy, it's heavy. Push it up, push it up. 7. And let it come down. Up we go. 6. And down. 5. Pull it up and down. 4. Push it up. It's heavy. Push it up. 3. And 2. And last one. Push it up. It's very, very heavy. Push it up. And come on down. So I'm going to tell you a little story about how that exercise can really build some strength in your body even though you're not pushing anything up. So they did a study doing exercises like that. They had 3 groups of people. They had one group that didn't do any exercises. They had one group that said, just pretend you're lifting weights that are heavy. And then the other group actually did lift weights that were heavy. And it turned out the group that didn't have any weights built just as much strength as the group that was using the weights. So if you believe that you're pulling up something that's heavy, you can work out without even having any weights. Just imagine it. And you can always do that with any kind of exercise. This one or the one that we just did where we were pushing up to the ceiling. So yeah, we can build our strength even without using weights. Just imagine. It's mind over matter. The body believes what you tell it and responds in kind. So I see Jane has joined us. Hi Jane. And there's a puppy dog face. I'm not sure who that puppy dog face is. but I'm very happy to have you with me. Thank you. So let's do a little bit of therapy for the feet. So you can bring up the right foot. I know, everybody likes it when we work on our feet. So we're just going to bring those strong massaging fingertips in towards the ball of the foot across where you have the calluses have built up from walking all throughout your life. Let's give a little circle massage with the thumbs for the big toes, ball of the foot area, around there. And then work your way towards the little toe, one at a time. You can feel the joints there. Manipulate them a little bit and give them some squeeze and release massage or a little circle massage. And then we're going to take the flat hand and grab all the toes at once and bend them back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Bring your hands over the top of the foot and wrap your fingers around the toes and bring them back and forward. Let's work the sole of the foot in the middle. And the heel gets a good squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All around the edges of the heel. Feels so good. Let's work up the side, the outer side, the little toe side of the foot from the heel all the way towards the little toe. When we get to the little toe, we're going to take the little toe and grab it and pull it back towards the heel, and the third toe, the ring toe, up towards the knee. Just a gentle pull. We're stimulating the nerves in between the toes that are connected through acupuncture to the organs. So this is really good to bring that vibrancy to the feet. Pull toes apart, working your way up towards the big toe. Go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Feels good. And the big toe is the dessert. Pull them one way and then the other, stimulating, stretching the skin a little bit in between the toes, that webbing area, and then back to the full toe bend. Switching feet. We start with the massage for the ball of the foot across where the calluses build when you walk, these balls of the feet, where the toes connect to the foot. Starting here, working our way down towards the baby toe. And then the sole of the foot, the arch. And the heel gets a good squeeze. We're going to do the little toe edge from heel all the way to the little toe. And then the little toe goes one way and the third toe goes back the other way. And reverse. Little toe one way and the other way. Let's go to the next toe. And up we go, working our way up towards the big toe, slowly getting there. And the big toe gets to be cherry on top of the sundae. Grabbing all the toes in the hand and bend them back and point, back and point. All right, excellent. It is time to get up on hands and knees for table position. Are you with me? Make sure those hands are under your shoulders and fingers are spread wide on the mat, and make sure your knees are right under your hips. We want to remember to stay pushed away in the shoulders, so try not to scrunch and let your neck collapse inward. Push away like a little bulldog. And we arch up, drop the head, drop the tailbone. Cat position. Coming back to a flat table and then keep going. Drop the back, lift the face, lift the hips, push away with your shoulders, don't scrunch your neck. Lifting the face, lifting the tailbone, let the middle of the back sink down. And then back to the cat position. So we do the cat, arching up, and then we transition over to cow, lifting the face and sway back down. Take your time, go back and forth between cat and cow. Back to table, and let's drop down to our forearms and give our wrists a little bit of a break. Make your knees just a little wider and your elbows just a little wider, and bring your heart down to the floor. Face to the floor, heart to the floor. Hips are high behind you. Slowly rise back up. And resume cat and cow. Bring those knees in. Arch and sway. Coming flat back. Look around your shoulder for your hip, stick the hip out, look forward around the shoulder. If you don't see it, that's okay. Come around the other way, look for the hip. Back and forth. And then we come back and a little more cat and cow. Thank you. All right, time to turn your toes under and pick the hips up, bring the knees up, and drop the head down. Downward dog. Find a good downward dog that suits you right now. I'm going to walk mine forward so you can see me on the screen. All right, downward dog. And feel your hips push back and up. Let your head drop between your arms down towards the floor. Strong hands on the floor, fingers spread wide, fingertips digging in. Let's lift one heel at a time. Walk your dog. Take your dog for a walk. One heel at a time. Let your hips move left and right. Shift over to one side and then the other. And then both heels come way up on your toes. Push away from the floor. Slowly sink those heels down and see if you can get both heels on the floor. Maybe you can't, that's okay. A lot of people can. It's pretty intense back there for the hamstring and the Achilles tendon. Okay. Let's come to Quadruped Stance, where we have our hands and feet out quite a ways. We just equal weight on hands and feet. Make yourself move in a circle. And change direction, go the other way. Drop your knees down and come back to pose of a child. Rest your hands back by your feet, upside down. Bring your forehead down close to the floor. Up, sitting on those knees, if that's good for you, if you can manage it. There's always the option of putting a pillow under your knees or under your seat. If any of that is helpful to you. And if you have a bolster, some people will sit on a bolster, like sitting on a horse. That's also a good way if this position isn't good for you. So, actually what I really want to do right now is stretch the feet a little bit more, because we did some good feet work and it would be great to stretch the feet. So what we're going to do is turn the toes under here and sit tall. So those toes are really pushed, aiming forward. Even the little toe, make sure the little toe doesn't decide to go his own way and face backwards. Get those little toes facing forward as well. And we reach the hands up, breathe in. Up, prayer hands down. Push it up, breathe in. Angel wings down. Do that one more time with me. Raise it up, breathe in. Prayer hands down. Raise it up. And down. I know it's really spicy in the calves right now if you're doing this with me, and we're about to get some relief, okay? Just stay there for a second. Bring your hands behind your tailbone and clasp your hands together. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Come up on your knees and release your toes. Sit back down. We're going to bring the forehead to the floor, and the hands are going to go up high above the head. And I'm not sure I'm still on camera, so keep holding that pose. I'm just adjusting the camera a bit. If you want, you can rotate up and come up to the top of the head. If you do that, your arms may come all the way down to the floor and on the other side of your head. And let's sit back on the heels and bring the head back up. Release the arms and sit on our easy pose. Wonderful stretches for the arms and the hips today. Let's do a little bit of hand and arm work. Squeeze the hands in an interlocked position and open. Squeeze and open. Breathe. And move them in a circle as they squeeze and release. Inhale and exhale. Change direction, go the other way. And push forward, round the back. Bring it up, 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 overhead, stretch tall, breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands to the back of the head, look up and blink your eyes. Elbows way back. Chin up. Lift your hands up. Breathe in. Round the back. Drop the head. Stay here for 3 or 4 breaths. Bringing the hands into prayer pose. Let's bring those praying hands right up to the forehead. Close your eyes. Maybe your thumbs rest a little bit on your nose. Close the eyes. Take a moment for yourself. Opening the hands up. Let's find some gratitude. Keeping the eyes closed, let your hands rest on your knees, palm up. Breathe in and fill your heart with gratitude and love, hopefulness, peace. Maybe there's somebody in your heart that you know is suffering and you want to send them comfort, this is a wonderful time to embrace that energy, that loving, caring, empathetic energy. Keeping the back straight, let's drop the head. Release your neck and belly. Take a few minutes to just move your chin along your collarbone, left and right, ever so slowly, and breathe as you move. If you feel any particular place in the back of your neck or shoulders that is talking to you, you're welcome to stop and ask it to relax. Tell it, it's okay, you can relax. You may even feel inspired to rub with your fingertips, and you're welcome to do that if you do feel like that would be helpful. Otherwise, we're just moving the chin slowly left and right along the collarbone. Lots of breathing. So I'm going to give you a little challenge now. We're going to try and get up into the yoga squat. So we got to get the feet on the floor, hands behind your hips, feet wide, toes pointed out just a little bit, and push yourself up onto your feet. And then as soon as you get into your feet, your knees, your elbows come inside of your knees. You're pushing your elbows out while the knees are pushing against the elbows in for a dynamic force in the arms and legs. Lift through the sternum. Draw the front of the body up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back. Strong in the upper torso here. Lift the top of the head up. Yoga squat. Lots of people all over the world are in this position several times a day. I won't tell you why, but it is not uncommon. Now we're going to try and drop our hands in front of our feet here and lift the tailbone up, drop the head. So we'll end up in a forward fold. Hands go down, hips go up, head drops, and just allow yourself to hang in a ragdoll from the hips here. Drop the head, relax through the upper body. And let's pretend like we're playing a piano on the floor in front of our feet. Go all the way down to the low notes and all the way up to the high notes, down to the low notes, up to the high notes. And back to the middle. Drop your head, relax your neck, relax your arms and shoulders. Let's bring the heels out, the toes out. We're just going for a little wider stance here. See if you can come into a straddle stand. Release and relax from the hips. Bend your left knee and straighten it. Bend your right knee and straighten it. Left knee, straighten. Right knee, straighten. Left, straighten. Right, straighten. Left knee bend, stay here and walk your hands over by that left foot and rotate the feet around. Drop your face close to your knee. And then drop forward again and come over. Walk your hands over by your right foot. One hand on either side of the foot. Turn both feet to point to the right and drop your face close to your knee. And coming back forward again. Walk your hands in front. Bring your feet back underneath the hips, toes and heels moving in. Bend your knees. Let your chest come down to your knees. Bringing the chest down onto the thighs. Hands go up behind, reaching high. Look forward and imagine you're one of those ski jumpers in the Olympics at the top of the slope. Mustering your courage to go down that slope without anything on you except skis on your feet. And then as soon as you start sliding in the right moment, reach forward and slide up. Stand tall. Arch your back, look up at the ceiling. Maybe even rise up on your toes. And stand tall. Beautiful. Standing in mountain pose. Arms out to the side and up, stretch up, breathe in. The right hand drops down. Watch it drop, slowly dripping down. It's going to hang by your leg. Look at it down there. Reach the other hand way up. The right hand starts to rise. Watch it rise, slowly like steam. It rises, breathe in and stretch up. Left hand starts to sink. Watch it sink. It drops down by the leg and hangs there. Look at it down there. Raise up the other hand and reach. Stretch. Wonderful. Let's bring that left hand up. Watch it rise. Stretch it up. Breathe in. Reach out. And bring those prayer hands down. Keep lifted through the spine. Standing tall. Firm on your feet. Beautiful mountain pose. I know you know how to do mountain pose by now. And our hands are in prayer pose right in front of our heart. Swing the hands forward and back. Bend the knees and swing them. Swing. Swing your arms as much as you can. Let's take a step forward, swing. Hobby horse your feet, rock them back and forth, right foot, left foot, swing your arms. And change sides, which leg is in front, swing. Beautiful, stand tall. Arms out to the side and up, stretch up, breathe in. Our hands coming down. Join you for the last few minutes together with a little bit of a close-up so I can see you and you can see me and I get a chance to tell you how much it means for me to be able to share this time with you twice a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 o'clock St. Martin time, wherever that is for those of you elsewhere. And it's just such a pleasure and such a blessing to be able to have you in my life and know that I'm a part of your life. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I know it's a tough time. We are in this together and we will get through it together. I give you my most sincere namaste. And I'll see you again on Tuesday.